Hello everyone, and welcome back to this next part of the Top 11 video tutorial series. In this part, we're going to talk about the different match types and the different league types, and some strategies to try to win those different ones. So you find your schedule right here by clicking this button, and it'll take you to this page here. The important thing to note on this is the different colors. Orange is a friendly, green is a cup, blue is Champions League, and red is your regular league. So it'll be quite clear on the schedule what is what. So I have 4 games left and they're all in my league. If it's a tournament like Cup or Champions League, those won't get scheduled until the next round starts. So if you're in those tournaments late in the season, games are going to appear down here as they appear. So to actually see how you're doing, you want to push that button. That'll take you to standings. Here are your league standings. It's pretty basic. Wins, draws, losses, goals for and against. Just pretty standard statistics. If you tab over here, you go to your Champions League. We'll start out with the groups, 6 matches, round robin, then the top 2 advance, and then you go on to the knockout stage, where you'll compete head-to-head, 2 matches, 1 home, 1 away, and it uses the away goal rules, so the tiebreaker would be the most away goals. So you see here, I tied 3-3, but I lost an away goal, so I was unfortunately eliminated. And that's just kind of unlucky when that happens. But it's just the way it goes. As for Cup, it's just a straight knockout. Starts with 128 teams. It goes down to the finals. I did not do so well here. I lost here in the 3rd round by 1 goal, so that's also pretty unfortunate. Once you get to the top 16, it will show you this bracket again. And it's in the same rules as away goals. So here, this match, for example, was 2-1 and 2-1. So they had to keep playing, and this team won in penalties. Here's a 2-1. He won 2-2 with an E, so he won an extra time. So it was also 2-1 and 2-1. So they played an additional 30 minutes, and this guy won. So he'll move on to the finals and play this guy. Now, the way this is structured is in your league, you're going to play 13 other teams. It's a double round robin. You'll play each team once on their stadium and once in yours, so 26 total. You will only play against level 9 teams. So you see I'm level 9. So you cannot play against anybody lower or higher. You can only play against my league. If I finish in the top 7, I move up until level 10. If I finish in the top 4, I move up to level 10, and I qualify for next year's Champions League. So that's really important. You want to shoot for at least 4th place every season because there's so much money you can earn by doing that. And in order to be good in league, there's really no special strategy. Just get the best team you have and improve as the season goes on. There's no tricks to it. The 13 teams you face are semi-random. If you have a lot of friends in your level, the game will try to put you in with friends. So if you're really, really competitive, you're going to want to avoid having strong teams as friends that are of your level. If they're higher or lower, that won't matter. But so, for example, several people have unfriended me that were level 9 because they didn't want to be in my league. So, that's kind of to give them a competitive advantage. And I can't say I blame them. I would do the same. I have rejected friendships of several other level 9 users who were obviously spending a lot of money on this game, and I don't want to have to play against teams like that. So that's definitely a good strategy to try to do well there. For Champions League, you'll also only play against level 9 teams. These are all teams that finished in the top 4 in their league last season. And the strategy is pretty much the same. Just get the best team you can, make sure you qualify, of course, and just go win. You're not going to be able to kind of rig anything to try to get easier draws. You just draw for your matchups and just do well. Cup, you can definitely mess with that one a little bit. Cup is unique in the fact that they seed you based on your average quality of your top 14 players. So, for example, I'll go back to my squad here for a second. If I order them by quality, my top 14, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So they're going to average this guy up. And that's going to be my quality with regards to Cup. So we'll take the top 128, and that's the first bracket, or whatever you want to call it, and work their way down to the bottom. So if you only have a handful of players from the previous season, you'll get some low quality players. That is going to bring your level down. And what that can mean is, for example, I'll be in level 10 next year. If I was to do that, I might play against level 8 and 9 teams in Cup. Now, the advantage is I can buy level 10 players. They cannot do that. So I'll have a significant advantage over them if I choose to do that. Now, I'm not going to do that because I don't want to, because it doesn't really work so well, because if you're going to do that to be good at Cup, you're going to hurt yourself in the other two. So you can't just make that sacrifice without some sort of penalty or some kind of drawback. So, like, I can illustrate this point in Cup is I'm level 9, but let's look at these 4 teams. I'll just pick them kind of at random. See, this person's level 10, and this person is also level 10. So the other semifinal losers are 10 and 9. So as you can see, 3/4 of the semifinal was level 10. So what does this mean? Well, I can only buy players as high as 64. They can buy players as high as 69. So they have a big advantage over me if they buy those kinds of players. Now, the fact they have a lower quality team likely means that they don't have the resources to get the highest quality players they can afford. However, if somebody's intentionally dropping in a bracket, you could very easily find yourself playing against a team which is 2 stars better than you. In level 6, the year I won Cup, in the round of 8, I believe, I played a team which was averaged over 7 stars. And it was a complete miracle that I was able to beat the guy. So those are the kind of handicaps you have in Cup. So if you intentionally lower your quality, you'll succeed in Cup, but it's going to hurt you in Champions League and League. So if you want to win a triple crown, you have to win all 3 the same year. And this is really difficult because the strategies which make you great for one will hurt you in the other. My best league strategy is to get young players which can last for many seasons, and you build them up quickly. Again, if you look at my team, I have these guys here. These are all young players which are well into the 6-star range, almost to 7 stars. This guy is 7 stars. That's going to kill me in Cup next season, but it's going to put me in a very good position when I play in my league next year and my Champions League. So you can't really position yourself to play both very easily. I would have to release pretty much all these guys so I could use these guys. But I don't want to release these guys because these are good players. So it's just a difficult equation to do. So the year I won the Triple Crown, it was kind of just good fortune. I finished level 5, and I didn't like my team very much, so I released a lot of players near the end of the season. I wasn't positioning myself for Cup. I just didn't really like those players. They didn't perform the way I wanted. And when level 6 started, I grabbed 5 players, 4 of which were under 20, which all turned out to be great, except for one guy. The other 3 were very, very good players. 2 of them are still here. I have this guy, my starting keeper, and this guy, my starting defensive left. I've had them both since season 6. I then purchased one scout player. This guy here is the only scout I've ever bought, and he was also very strong. So my team went from a not that strong level 5 team to a powerhouse level 6 team. And since my team wasn't that great in level 5, I didn't have to play against the really strong teams in Cup, except for the one team which I mentioned before. So while I positioned myself well, it was kind of an accident that I was in an easier Cup, yet my team improved significantly very quickly, so I was able to win the other 2. So to recap, to win your league, just establish a core base of young players that you can rely on, like what I've done here. Same with these guys. I've had them for quite a while. They've always been good, so I haven't had any reason to worry about them. To win Champions League, the same thing. Just get the best players you can, put the best team out there. And for Cup, it's completely the opposite. To position yourself for that, you have to have not as good a team and then build it up quickly at the beginning of the season. One last note, Cup starts on the first day of the year, like the first day of the new season. So if you're going to do that, you have to do it the first day, because if your team is weak and it stays weak, you'll be out before you even get started. So that pretty much covers all there is to know about the different league types. Thank you very much for watching, and we hope we will see you again for the next part of this series. And have a great day.